And welcome back, everybody. Here we go. Ellington here, and we are back on Total War Rome 2, and we are on the well-known, the famous settlement of Burdigala. If you're new to the channel or new to Rome 2, you may not know about Burdigala, but Burdigala is like the most overplayed settlement in this game. Come at me, Brumbles. You know I'm looking at you. But we are back with a 3 versus 3 from the Dragon Corps, and this one is going to be good. Alright, let's go ahead and get into some factions and some players. We've got Galatia here being commanded by Mexi. You already saw the Camel Cataphracts of Saba being commanded by J-Barbs, who is the person who sent this in. And finally, we have got Iceni being commanded by I'm a Pirate, I think is what it was. Now for the attackers, we have got Nabatea being commanded by Everos. We've got Seleucid being commanded by Centurion. And finally, we have Epirus being commanded by Big Larry. A couple of the people I don't recognize are I'm a Pirate and Big Larry, but they very well could be other Dragon Corps members who just changed their names because they hate me and they want me to forever be frustrated when I'm covering battles with them in it, and they change their names so I don't know who they are. Yeah, I'm calling out all of you who do that. Calling you out. So, already some good cav action here. Saba's Cataphracts just annihilated a Hillman, and then the Noble Horse of Galatia came out and killed something from Nabatea. I think it was a Desert Levy. So already some saucy cav action. Let's see, we've got 154 kills. They killed almost that entire unit. They did lose a couple from a Javi volley, looks like 5? Yeah, no, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 6, okay. But looks like they're just going to kind of chill for a little bit. You can see that, smart idea, they actually brought their general over and brought their cav close so that the general could second wind it. Now things seem to have kind of slowed down a little bit. You can see the attackers have moved their armies up a little bit here. You can see Seleucid has moved his towers up. Nabatea has not quite moved anything yet. I think he's just, oh my gosh, he's down to 1 artillery piece. Look at this. 1, 2, 3 artillery pieces gone. Now that does mean that, let's see. Okay, he's got his full crew, so he has full ammo and 1 artillery to use it. That does mean he has a lot of ammo, and if, in theory, he can use it more efficiently now because it's not getting scattered away by 4 different artilleries. You know, what tends to happen is you get, like, you know, a scatter shot like this. Well, now you only have 1, so it won't be as wackadoo, I guess. And yeah, I think that's right. I don't know. Now, look at this. So the attackers took down a corner piece, which is pretty standard for Burdigala. But Galatia actually bringing his general out of that breach. This is Mexi here as Galatia. He tends to be pretty aggressive. He's one of those players that he's really going to come at you, and you have to be careful because he tends to do some pretty unexpected things, like bringing your general out early on like this is pretty risky. It can burn you, but it can also really catch your enemies by surprise. So, you know, it's interesting to see players do that, and especially players that we see a lot on the channel. I do think it is interesting to see the common tactics that they go by and you know, stuff like that. I think it's really interesting. Saba's got slingers up on the walls, just trying to be a nuisance, it looks like. Doesn't look like he's shooting at anything yet. That giant ballista for Epirus has a ton of range. Look how close they were able to get it. I mean, no, it doesn't. We're on the defender side. So I bet you his range has got to be back in here somewhere. It's really good for him. Ooh, look at this. I see you coming out with chariots as well. So look at this. We got 3 units coming out. Glacial swords and sword band coming out, but also a chariot. I wonder if he's trying to choose the other units to almost hide the chariot. But it's interesting that he's doing that considering there's a Thurospear sitting right there. Those Thurospears are kind of a perfect counter to the chariots. Oh, but he's getting in on the Epirus units that are still on the towers. And SABA's cataphracts coming in at the exact same time. 5 kills so far in this one.
As you say.
Chariots and not doing so hot. It is those are Sam Knight warriors. They're pretty beefy.
We understand. As you say.
And you can see they're just targeting those chariots, trying to get rid of them. 27 kills. So far, not great on the chariot here. I think it was a bit preemptive, a little bit too early.
As you wish. We understand. As you wish.
Yeah, so the chariot's pretty much gone at this point. He is still technically getting some kills. Well, not anymore, but he was. Chariots still get kills as they're running away.
Forward. As you command.
See, Cataphracts 81 kills, 179 kills, 75 and 72. So they're doing pretty good. Here we go. Oh, the Thorax Sword's out of position. And the Noble Horse Jet formation coming back out. He's down 51 out of 80. He's lost 29 men so far. 103 kills. General seems to still be alive.
As you command.
Cataphracts 130. Oh my gosh, look at them just skyrocket. 148 pulling out of this combat. The cycling for the other one. They're not using their trample right now because remember, trample is one of those effects that tires you out, and they really can't afford to tire out both of these cataphracts because they only have that one general nearby to try and second wind them. Second wind doesn't have a terribly long refresh, but it's still, you know, not enough that you want to really be exhausting 2 units of cataphracts. Glacial Sword apparently gonna defend the breach. Look at that shot.
Blues from the skies.
Some Thorax coming in. Looks like 2 units of Thorax coming in on this. Cataphracts seem to be laying off for now, 269 and 150. A lot of fire coming in. Actually, we got some Thurospears throwing jabbies up over the wall into the Syrians. Don't seem to be killing anything.
Lead them! Hold position!
I'm a bit surprised that we don't see the standard archer wall. Typically, it's where you take a bunch of towers, set them up right here facing this direction, thus basically nullifying archer or slinger support from this wall. But perhaps, I mean, he does have a lot of towers. Maybe that's what he's going to do with them now. Mascot Marauders getting jabbied in the front. Wow, those mercenary Syrians, what the hell happened to them?
Advance at speed!
36 out of 120, they're technically, like, they could come back. They're broken, but they're not shattered. Oh, this could be a good downhill charge from the Mascot Marauders. 45 charge bonus with the frenzied charge, and they have a downhill bonus. Now we're gonna get a switch. The unit coming in looks like a Sam Knight warrior. Really beat up Sam Knight warrior.
Fire on the enemy!
Seleucid still not quite jumping in there. Tower's moving up. We got a bunch of armored desert hoplites. A ton of them. I don't know. So Galatia really, I mean, his slingers are just getting shot right off the walls there. Not sure what there you go, you just noticed it. 102 kills on those slingers though. Probably on all those desert levy right there. They actually almost chevron too. They were like 3/4 of the way to a chevron. It's not bad, it's not bad. Let's see, Nabataea's archers are now moving up. They've actually taken some damage. I wonder if the slingers were getting into them. So lots of archers, a lot of archers. Got 4 Nabataeans, 4 Syrians, 3 Cretans. That's pretty dirty. Nabataean heavy archers and Syrians are almost identical. It's just that Nabataean archers don't get any abilities. So Syrians get precision shot, Cretans get quick reload, but Nabataeans, they have the stats of a Syrian, but they do not get the precision shot. Artillery's still laying it in, 63 kills. Did Nabataea, what happened to his? So he moved it over here. I guess he wanted that scatter shot. Yeah, so Nabataea actually moved his artillery over to Epirus's artillery. So once Epirus is done with this, Nabataea can jump on this artillery. It's pretty cool. A lot of people don't know that. It's actually a pretty cool thing. As long as they are the same kind of artillery, so giant ballistas, they're both giant ballista crew, they can go on to that.
Find your target!
Galatian swords moving up onto the wall. They're going to jab you down with these silver shields.
Chevron Anna! Double time! Quick fire!
But look at this slinger, SABA slinger, 157 kills with a chevron. Got some stuff moving off to the right. Look at all this. So Royal Peltis from Epirus, Illyrian levies, archers, all moving over to keep these cataphracts at bay. And that seemed to be a no-go on that. Yeah, there you go. You can see now they've got their tower wall built up. So, okay, and Icenia's going to respond to that. He's going to send a sword band out. It could be, honestly, he's probably just coming to deal with this one little unit. There's a Nabataean heavy archer that is getting some shots off on that sword band, so he may not live very long. Although I'm curious as to if it's really worth the ammunition to be shooting the sword band. Got all of these. Look at how many armored desert hoplites you got over here. Well, you got Nabataean swords as well, but Seleucid looks to be landing now. And it looks like they may prepare to start moving stuff up the breach, too. I think Epirus is landing as well. Epirus, 136 kills on the ballista now. Really well done. So Syrian archers have gotten some kills, but it doesn't look like they've been shooting too much. Cretans of Epirus are pretty much untouched. Nabataeans have done a little bit. Once again, I'm pretty sure pretty solid ammo at this point.
At the double!
So they're going to let them come up, and they're going to hit them from two sides. But at the exact same time, the attackers are landing to either side of this defense. So, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not sure that this is a defendable position anymore, just due to the attack you've got coming from three different directions if you count the breach itself. And you have the archer fire coming from both sides. Eventually, I assume Navatia will probably begin landing here and probably here. Right, there's one down. Yep. So we're leading off with some thorax swords. Got Moscow Marauders defending. The problem here is the Moscow Marauders can't really get they really can't get very good charges off against a unit that's still coming up the ladder or the tower.
Break from the enemy!
There's 3 Moscow Marauders over here as well. Another chariot. Is he trying to go out? He might have just blown his cover there. Probably could have kept that chariot hidden. But I think he just, yeah, he's at least seen now. I don't know when he became seen, but that's unfortunate because that could have been a nice little surprise for the attackers. Attackers are already having to worry about those cataphracts outside. Worrying about another chariot is going to be just as even more frustrating than just the cataphracts. Speaking to the cataphracts, they are still circling around out the back. They moved forward a little bit. They're still staying out of range of any of the javi or projectiles from over here. Artillery is up to...
Break them!
Okay, so Navatia is on here now. He's got 48 kills. What did Epirus end with? 136, and to be honest with you, I'm not complaining about that because Epirus is the one who destroyed the wall, which means he used quite a bit of his ammo to do so, so he wouldn't have as much ammunition to get kills with. You can hear the artillery flying in over their heads. Nice thing is that at least the archers are relatively spread out, so if it does hit them, it's not as bad as if it were to hit him.
Fire on the enemy! Lead them!
He is just letting it go, man.
Let it go, let it go.
86 kills now. Yeah, see what they're doing as they defend here. They've got archers right there. Same thing as this comes into this. They've got archers over here to hit the backs. It's a dirty position.
Break from the enemy! Disengage!
46 kills. Interesting. Somebody brought the commander general. Still getting shot, man. Oh, it hurts.
Double time!
Thorax, 94 kills, 85 on Moscow Marauders.
Let's beat! Double time!
Seeing the armies lined up, waiting to go into the breach. And exactly what I was talking about. Here we go. The thorax swords of Seleucid starting to make their way in. It's a hard thing to counter. It really is. Here we go, some sword band from Mycenae coming out to play. Cataphract still chilling. Which I think is good. Hold on to those weapons. There will be chances to use them. No point in throwing them into a pointless thing now just to lose them. Okay, chosen sword band. I thought for a second it was a heroic noble. And here we go, the masses of Galatia showing up to the fight. Damn, where you guys been? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units of Galatian Legionnaires moving up. Got a little bit of counter pressure here. Those Nabatean archers.
Grab them! Cut for glory!
I think it's interesting, Galatian noblemen, and not as a general. Typically you see if people bring it, they bring it as their general.
Fire!
Very
Speed! Double time!
These slingers are just getting messed up by these archers from Epirus.
Advance at
Just
speed!
ripping them up, man. We got Syrians
Double
here
time!
from Galatia. But really, just kind of, okay, they are shooting it. Okay, they've got a decent target there. The Nabatean swordsman.
Engage!
Not bad for kind of a low mid-tier. One of those tweeners. Kind of between a low tier and a mid-tier. So I wonder if they are giving up on the breach or just taking a moment away from it to hopefully make some progress here. Because it does look like the defenders have actually been able to push back and counter the assaults from the two side directions. I think Nabatea might be just a hair bit late getting into this fight. You know, getting that pressure from this way would have been really helpful for Seleucid's drop, which then of course would have been helpful for anything over here, and it just doesn't seem to have worked out that way. Nabatea's first couple of units really getting ripped up.
Break from the enemy! Wake up!
Still have a couple of units from Mycenae sitting outside the gate, basically just being a nuisance, telling Nabatea that you aren't going to get to come over here unless you go through me. There's another cataphract. Look at this. So he's got 1 cataphract, 2 cataphract, 3 cataphract, 4 cataphract. 4, and I think, are they all Marib? No, there's a Sabaean as well. The Marib camel cataphracts are the really, really good ones. The Sabaean camel cataphracts are the good ones.
Pull back! Break from the enemy!
I just could not imagine. Could you imagine defending this breach and then just getting shot
Advance at
to
speed!
death all the time? Got Royal Beltis in as well. Look at that. 116 out of 116. They should have some fun here. As long as they're not getting shot, those Royal Beltis will do some work. They're at 92 kills, 114 men left, and we got some archer fire. Was that?
Find your target!
What was that? I guess it's the Cretans. Yeah, it's the Cretans here shooting over at the noblemen, but they are also at the same time being shot back at what was that shooting back at them? I thought I saw arrows going towards them, but maybe not. But now that Galatia's here, this is going to be much tougher for the attackers. Galatia is their infantry is going to outmatch anything the attackers can bring, so it's going to be interesting. Noblemen decided to turn their shields towards the Green Archers. You can see quite a bit has happened here in this outer area. Look at all this. The breach is a mess. Royal Peltis from Everest are now surrounded. Looks like Silk Archers, please tell me they're not out of ammunition. It's a little bit of a lull at the moment because we don't have anything else coming up the breach. We don't have anything else coming up the towers. So I'm intrigued to see what the wait is. Are we just waiting? I mean, Navatia has a couple more units coming up, it looks like. Are we waiting on that? Or do we have a plan for Everest or a solution to send another unit up here? SABA coming through again. Here we go, hitting the back of the Royal Peltis. A little bit late on the shield wall. But also not a great charge by the Grim Camel Cataphracts.
As you wish.
Here we go, another Royal Peltis coming in.
At the double! Forward! Riders!
I think that they were shooting that Camel Cataphract over here.
Quick march!
Still nothing happening on these two Cataphracts over here. More coming in, another Royal Peltis and a Thorax over here. So if they can get something to take that down, then they can get the other unit around something and, you know, probably do some good work there. 173, 107, 69, 135. Oh, the chariots are out. Chariots got into the Nabataean swordsman here. But now getting shot and jabbied. We got 90 kills so far. No, you had the right call. Go into him. Now they popped that shield wall, so it's too late. 101, 102. This one doing a bit better than the other one, but they are getting jabby. 162 on the Nabataean artillery. All right, the other chariot's gone. Cav still being a nuisance. They're being a nuisance outside and inside. Now the exterior two have split up. Got one still here, but the other one taking a long leg over here.
Riders advance!
I thought that the Cataphracts might try to go outside. Galatian, Noble Horse, charging into a shield wall. 122 kills though, not too shabby. Now they're gonna shoot at him. It's like, still hasn't been killed, so he's still alive. Push though, that's Silver Shield swords, we've got Royal Peltis, Thorax swords. But I think the Galatia is probably going to have enough to deal with it. We're about to find out though. The Galatian Legionaries are 1-to-1 outmatched here, but they have more of them. Yeah, that's one Galatian Legionary out. Probably got shot to death. And some shots coming through. Trying to shoot. Oh, I guess they do kind of have a window because they've got the destroyed towers right there. The Illyrian levies, another Royal Peltis, Thorough Spear. All their archers kind of packed into the middle. Bounce power, it's I would say it's in the attacker's favor at the moment, but I'm not sure how long that's going to last. I think the defenders have actually had a really strong defense so far. It's definitely a close fight. There's been moments where I thought that one side just had it on tag, and then it swapped, you know. Just doing a little bit of an overview here. Now, a lot of these Galatian Legionaries, it looks like they've taken quite a bit of damage. I'm guessing to the archer fire. Oh, no. Oh, that was a terrible. Oh. If you saw that jabby toss there, that was dirty. Dirty. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's actually starting to look like the defenders really have not very much infantry left. So I'm intrigued to see what they really are going to have to do. Is these cataphracts are going to have to do something. SABA invested so much money into these units that that's their hope. That's what they've got. They're going to have to be the game winners here. So let's see if these cataphracts can pull this game out for the defenders. Because if not, it's looking all attacker. 42 kills. This one's completely fresh. This is the general. And it's charging. I guess not. I don't know.
Quickly now!
I think he's having trouble finding places to get into. A lot of these units obviously have shield wall, hoplite wall, things like that. And that's going to really decrease how effective your charge is going to be.
Riders, advance!
This one charging back in. Give it a moment, let's see what pops up. Seems to be it's okay.
Forward!
Here comes some more Iceni. Got Chosen Swordman, Heroic Nobles. Still have another Galatian Legionary back here. Two of them, actually.
As you say!
The Galatian General is still alive.
Riders at the double!
Surprised the cataphracts aren't pressuring a little bit more onto the flank here. With all these archers here, it may be worth at least getting... It would definitely get them scrambling, that's for sure. Fresh Galatian Legionary coming in. Good jabby toss into the back of the thorax and the silver shield.
Riders at the double! Forward! Quickly now! Riders at the double!
Royal Peltis. I think we're jabbing now.
Riders at the double! Forward!
I think maybe there's the Chosen Swordman. No, they're jabbing back here at the Britain Slingers.
Riders, advance quickly now!
It's a close fight, guys. Man, it's hard to say because these cataphracts definitely still have a lot of potential left. The defenders are getting low on troops. They're still getting shot to death by these archers in these terrible angles. Terrible for the defenders, at least. Fantastic angles for the attackers. A lot of the Iceni infantry is in now. Which, to be honest with you, is most of what they have left. Sorry, didn't mean to bump the computer or my mouse there. Here comes the cavalry again. Oh, bad charge. They got caught up on that unit and it fucked up this charge. 375, 152. This one got a great charge, but he's getting pretty weak. 28 out of 80.
Forward! Forward!
The general still 0 kills.
For glory! For honor!
Looks like the defenders might have drawn back a little bit of Mount's power. Looks to be a bit more even at this point.
Riders at the double! On my order! Amisos! As As you say! That's your course!
Under friendly fire.
Riders at the double!
290 now on the other cataphract. It was 150 before.
We understand!
Nabatea and Noble Cavalry trying to push him away.
Forever loyal!
Now, if he was able to get
As
a
you
clean
say.
turn into this unit, he could probably beat it.
Grind
But-
them into dust!
Typically, cavalry just kind of fucks up when you're doing stuff like that. But Nabatea messed himself up. Oh my gosh. Nabatea did the same turn at the exact same time as the SABA cataphract did, and then tried to turn back into the cataphract.
loyal!
Cataphract gets a clean charge. Nabatea and Cav did not get a clean charge there. Big oof. That hurts a lot.
Forward! Advance and speed! Fly for glory! Forward!
Heroic Noble's 239 kills. Look at that. Double chevron as well.
As you command! Forward! Whatever royal! As you say!
So that one's about gone. So the Seleucid General is gone. Nabatean General is gone. I think that's it. I think the defenders pulled this one off. Wow. Honestly, just really back and forth most of this battle. Very, very back and forth battle. The exterior cataphracts definitely did what they needed to do. Interior cataphracts coming in for some last-minute kills before the game's over. But these two guys, these two units right here, where'd the other one go? They didn't get the other one, did they?
We understand!
Oh, that's right, they did get the other one earlier.
Build them engage!
463.
For glory!
Yep, and that is
Cut
it.
for honor!
All right.
Shot!
Let's go look at some kills real quick. So leading off, we've got Yarit a Pirate with Iceni, and he got 19 and 17 kills. Most of it was his cavalry. Once again, 469, 467, almost identical kills, lots of chevrons. The Moscow Marauders, they did okay, they did fine. J-Barbs as SABA with 2,370 kills. Or wait, hold on. I just said that. Okay, that was J-Barbs. Now we're going to look at Yarit's a Pirate for Iceni, 1,917. Heroic Nobles 275, really well, and lots of kills left. One Chariot did pretty solid. Infantry honestly came in clutch there at the end. Finally, Mexi as Galatia with 1,442 kills. Really, I mean, a lot of his stuff came in late. You can see that from how fresh these guys are. So I'm not surprised that he's a little bit lower on that totem pole. Big Larry as Epirus with 1,615 kills. His Royal Peltas, they did pretty good. This one did really good. His archers, I mean, one of them did pretty good. The other two are just kind of okay. Centurion as Seleucid with 1,668 kills. Archers did pretty solid there. Infantry, they did fine. Then we have Everos as Nabatea, 1,469 kills. Archers there did pretty good. And his Armored Desert Hoplites never really got much of a chance to get on an even level to fight here. And I think that's really what led to them just not probably performing as well as they should have. But that is it for today's battle. It's tonight for me when I'm recording this. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. Don't forget that if you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys next time.